Welcome to the wonderful world of fair value gaps. Fair value gaps are one of the highest probability setups in smart money concepts. They tell you where price is going, why it's going there, and where to enter with sniper precision if you know how to use them properly. At the end of this video, I'll show you how I use fair value gaps to catch a 4R trade. I'll break down the whole trade in detail, so make sure you stay till the end. The real reason most traders lose isn't just mostly because of psychology. It's because they don't understand how market makers are moving price. Today I'm going to show you the one concept that made everything finally click for me using fair value gaps, and how I use them to time sniper entries over and over again. If you're here watching this video, you've probably been studying trading for months, maybe even years. You've watched hours of trading content and tested endless strategies, and you're still stuck in that cycle of taking 2 steps forward and 3 steps back. It's not because you're lazy, you're actually obsessed with this. You've sacrificed time, sleep, weekends, all chasing the consistency that keeps slipping through your fingers. And the worst part is you're doing all the right things: journaling, backtesting, being disciplined, sticking to your rules, but you're still not getting the success. The stress, the doubts, wondering if it's even possible to trade for a living. I know what it feels like to question whether all of this hard work will actually pay off. But everything changed when I started viewing the market through the lens of ICT and SMC and mastering fair value gaps. Suddenly, I wasn't trading random breakouts anymore or random candles. I could see exactly where market makers were likely to rebalance price. And when I combined that with my SMC indicator, it was like turning on night vision in the dark. So what is a fair value gap? It is an imbalance left behind when price moves too quickly, usually from aggressive market maker buying or selling. If you look at this image over here, you can see over here, we get this massive displacement to the downside. When we get massive sell orders to the downside, it can cause imbalances in price, which leaves a gap between these candles. Usually a fair value gap occurs within 3 candles. From the low of this candle to the high of the 3rd candle, there's a gap in between, and we call that the fair value gap. In a bullish example, you can see we usually get displacement to the upside or momentum. It's usually a lot of buying orders, and what it does, it displaces price. This aggressive buying creates inefficiencies in price. It leaves gaps between the 3 candles, and this is what we call our fair value gap. What it does is it creates inefficient price action, which means price always wants to come back to that area to rebalance it. These become high probability zones where we can look for sniper entries, especially when they align with liquidity and other entry confirmations. You can see over here, displacement to the downside. We get this gap between these 3 candles. So it's always the middle candle has the gap. We mark out the low and the high of candle 1 and candle 3, and this space in between is what we call our fair value gap. So an example of what a fair value gap doesn't look like, you can see over here, candle 1, we've got the low, and candle 3, we've got the high, and they meet exactly in alignment with each other. So there's no gap in the 2nd candle or the middle candle. So this is not a fair value gap. On our example on the right, you can see over here, this is not a fair value gap because the wick comes all the way up and the 3rd candle wick comes all the way down. So there is no space in between this middle candle. Fair value gaps are magnets for price. They like to pull price towards them, and there are excellent places to either enter or set as targets. You can see in this example over here, price breaks down, it creates a fair value gap. So we mark out that fair value gap, and that becomes an area of interest that we look to take a trade when price comes back to that region. You can see over here, price comes down to the swing low. We get the failure to displace. We get a reversal all the way up to the fair value gap. And then we can anticipate at the fair value gap, that's where we're going to look for an entry. If you look at this chart over here, I marked out every single fair value gap I could find. I marked out these fair value gaps on multiple different time frames, and then I zoomed up onto one higher time frame. And if you look very closely, you can see every single one of these fair value gaps was taken out, except for maybe 1 or 2 of them. But price will always come back to take out the fair value gaps. In ICT concepts, they refer to fair value gaps as SIBI or BISIs. You can see SIBI is a bearish fair value gap and BISI is a bullish fair value gap. So you can see if we get this downside momentum, it creates this displacement, it creates an imbalance to the downside, we call that a SIBI. And if we get this buying action to the upside with a strong momentum and displacement, creates a gap, this is called a BISI. So a BISI just refers to buy side imbalance and sell side inefficiency, and a SIBI refers to sell side imbalance and buy side inefficiency. We've got continuation onto the upside, we've got strong bullish momentum. Every time a fair value gap is created or a BISI, price retraces back into it to continue the upward trend, causes a fair value gap, retraces into it, upward trend, causes imbalance, retraces into it, and then an upward trend. In this bearish fair value gap or these SIBIs, you can see as soon as we get a displacement to the downside, it shows us that selling pressure has entered into the market and it creates imbalances or fair value gaps. This is a strong sign that lets you know the market is turning from a bullish run into a bearish run. So we get this displacement to the downside, causes a SIBI, fair value gap, wait for price to retrace into that area, and then continues to the downside, leaving behind more fair value gaps. And these are potential areas we're going to look for entries if price comes into these levels. You can see over here I marked out BISIs and SIBIs, and price loves to respect these regions. I highly suggest taking a chart, marking out all the fair value gaps, and you will be amazed to see how price respects these levels. 3 things to look out for with fair value gaps. So you'll see we get fair value gaps that are created, and then we wait for price to come to those fair value gaps. Once price comes to those fair value gaps, we want to see how it interacts with the fair value gap. Is it just tapping into the beginning of the fair value gap, or is it tapping into the 50% of the fair value gap, or is it actually going through the whole fair value gap? Majority of the time, I like to see price reject the 50% of the fair value gap and just notice how is price respecting these levels. How's it respecting the start of the fair value gap, the 50%, or is it going through the whole fair value gap? If price breaks through the fair value gap and closes through it, you have a high probability it's not going to reverse at this point, and potentially it's going to create continuation to the upside. So fair value gaps can act as support and resistance levels. Either it's going to hit the fair value gap and reject, or break through and create continuation to the upside. You can observe in this instance, price comes up to this fair value gap or the SIBI, and it just taps into the lower half of the 50% and finds rejection at this level. This is a high probability that we're going to get this rejection off this level. In this example, price comes up, it wicks into the 50% mark, and it just drops from that point. The most important thing to pay attention to is when price comes to the fair value gap level, we want to notice and look for our entry confirmations, which I will be sharing in the next up and coming video. In this example, price broke through the BISI completely, which means it is going to act as a resistance and not really a support anymore. So price will come up, most likely retrace into it, and then continue to the downside. We can use these fair value gaps as important support and resistance levels. Fair value gap inversion is when we can see price comes down, creates a fair value gap, and then it breaks through the fair value gap, inverting it, which means it's going to use it as more of a support. In this example, price goes up, creates the fair value gap, and then breaks through it, which means it's going to use it more as a resistance. So when we get fair value gap inversion, it just means it's not respecting the fair value gap for a reversal and breaking through for more of a continuation. Here's a trade I took just a few days ago using this exact concept. Using my SMCX indicator and my imbalance X indicator, it highlighted these levels automatically and was able to present to me a perfect entry setup at this zone. So let us now dive onto the charts so I can break down this trade for you and show you exactly how you can use fair value gaps to your advantage. Here we are on the charts, and I always like to start on a higher time frame when I open the charts to get a bird's eye view and to see what is actually happening within the chart. I'm on a daily time frame right now, and I noticed price had made this very strong movement to the upside. My strategy is basically looking for assets that make big movements to the upside or to the downside, and then looking for key levels such as fair value gaps to look to take entries. So then I looked over to the left and I could see there was a fair value gap in this region over here, and there was a fair value gap a little bit higher up. So I had 2 potential areas to look for an entry. I also noticed there was a swing high presence within this first fair value gap, which acted as a stronger confluence. So you can see price has come up. It was tapping into the fair value gap and into this swing high point. So this is an area I was looking to take the trade from. The great thing about fair value gaps and swing high points is they give you a high conviction point of interest area, but you can't just enter when price arrives in these locations. You have to now go into a lower time frame and wait for confirmations. When price comes into these key levels, it just means it's time now to look for an entry. If you don't want to mark up all these levels on your chart, I do have an indicator called Imbalance X, and it automatically marks up on the chart higher time frame and lower time frame fair value gaps. In fact, it actually scans all the time frames and lets you know where the most relevant fair value gaps are happening. So you can see over here we've got the swing high points tapping into this fair value gap. So this becomes a high interest place where we're going to look to take an entry. So now I drop onto a lower time frame. I've now dropped onto a 4-hour time frame, and typically I like to look for confirmations either on a 4-hour or a 1-hour time frame, just to confirm in fact that a reversal is going to take place at these levels. For this trade, I also used my SMC indicator, which I'll turn on now. It helps tremendously with being able to get into good entries. Just going to turn off a few of the settings that are not needed for this example. There we go. So what this indicator does, it helps me be able to observe the higher time frame and the lower time frame at the same time. It also detects when sweeps occur and high probability reversals, as well as marking out CISD levels on the chart, which are the high probability entry places that we look for. So if we look at the chart, you can see we had a big run to the upside, almost 30% movement to the upside. I mean, look at this expansion to the upside. You can clearly see we've got an expansion candle to the right, which signifies the smaller wick and the bigger body. So you can see we got this expansion candle coming straight into our key level. Now that it's come into our fair value gap level, and we've also got our swing high, which we mark out here, this becomes an extremely important and relevant place to look for an entry. But we can't just simply enter because price is in that zone. We need to wait for a confirmation of a reversal. And I like to look for sweeps occurring on the higher time frame. So let us go forward, and there you go. So you can see on our higher time frame, SMC indicated automatically marks out sweeps for you. So not only has it swept out the previous high, but it's also swept out this swing high point, which we identified as another key level. If you haven't seen my liquidity video that goes into detail about how to mark out swing highs and swing lows, have a look at the video in the top right hand corner. It's a very valuable video that you'll use in confluence with this video. So you can see in this example, price has swept out the highs of the previous candle and swept out the high of the swing high point that we marked out on the higher time frame. It's also marked out the CISD level. You can see this red line that's being produced under there. What a CISD level is, whenever we get a manipulation to the upside, it marks out the candle or series of candles that caused the sweep, and this becomes an opposing candle where we can look for relevant entries. Make sure to watch my video on the CISD to understand this concept. It is truly a holy grail concept to learn. Then what we do is we wait for price to break the CISD level. You can see price is not broken and closed underneath it. Now we get a nice big candle break to the downside, and this is precisely where we want to look for our entry. Stop loss is always going to be above the manipulation, because if it is a true manipulation, price will not manipulate that same place again, which means you are safe. And then targets, I like to target either the lows of the previous 4-hour candle, and then we can see when price breaks the CISD level, you can also see it is a bearish fair value gap that was created, and we can also use that for a re-entry. Price comes up into the fair value gap. You can see it comes up into the fair value gap again, and then it just drops again. And then you can see we get another fair value gap being produced, and price taps into that fair value gap, and then we just end up getting this drop to the downside. This is the exact area I caught the trade, but if you missed it, you could have caught another entry here when price breaks the CISD, stop loss above the swing highs, and we can target the relevant liquidity levels. This indicator marks out for you exactly where to enter and where to take your profits automatically. So we just want to see price break the CISD that was created and close underneath it for a confirmation. There you go. We saw price break and close underneath it for confirmation. And there you go, price comes down, takes out the first liquidity level, or just taps on it. And then it causes another sweep to the downside where we could take another re-entry if we wanted to. Break of the CISD, this would have been our entry, break of CISD, stop loss above the swing high, and then we can target these liquidity areas that are produced on the chart for you. Price came up, tapped into that fair value gap, and then we had this massive drop. Price just started melting all the way down, came back up into the fair value gap again before the continuation to the downside. There you go, price finally took out the first liquidity level and then just melting all the way down. You can see price caused another fair value gap and came back to tap into that fair value gap. There we go. And you can see it caused another sweep, which could have been another re-entry. Price swept out the highs, created a CISD level. We could have entered over there, stop loss above the highs, targeting the liquidity lows, and it took out that area as well. So you can see there was 1, 2, 3, 4 fantastic entries you could have taken on this trade just using this simple setup and using this indicator, but all of it was based off of understanding where the fair value gap was located and entering when price came into this region. This is where we want to pay close attention for our entry setup. And if you watch my next video, I'm going to be going into entry setup and show you exactly step by step what you will do when price comes into a key level, either a liquidity level or a fair value gap. If you're tired of second guessing yourself and want a step-by-step system to master fair value gaps and this kind of strategy, along with a tool that marks out all these key levels automatically for you and your entry levels as well, then you'll love what I've built inside my full SMC and ICT training course. You'll also get access to my custom indicators and my private Discord community. You don't need to spend 3 years trying to figure this out. I will help you shortcut the learning curve. You've already put in the work, you've put in the hours, the effort. You're closer than you actually think. Mastering concepts like fair value gaps was the missing piece of the puzzle for me, and maybe it is for you too. Hit subscribe, drop a comment if this finally makes sense to you, and let us all win together.